Hi guys, and thank you so much for sticking around with us here on Spill the Tea with the Babies. Myself, Moe, and this is
Nicole.
And we're not here alone. We've got a true beauty in the studio. Oh gosh, so breathtaking.
I swoon.
I'm done. I'm so done.
Venita! Yeah. I can't wait for us to have a What's up, Venita? It's so good to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to chop it up with you.
I'm excited to have you here because I know that you are extremely blunt.
Yeah.
You're extremely honest, and you're just really like raw and just true to who you are.
Sorry, Mum, in advance. I'm just apologizing. I'll smoke at home.
And you know, I really feel like you are just so perfect for our topic today, isn't she?
Definitely.
Okay.
So our topic for today is the new beauty standards.
Okay.
Because before we get into it, would you like some tea?
Oh, thank you, darling. Of course.
Yes.
I'm so terrible.
Can't spill the tea without the tea,
Of
honey.
course. So
I'm
let me just put this over here. And you know, shout out to Good Juice, because this will be our mixer today.
Nice.
This will act as our milk.
Okay.
How have things been with you, Venita? You know, so far, you know, having...
Normal, just up and down. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yes, it's great. Up and down, just like anybody else, just like you, up and down. You wake up some days and you're like, oh my god, they didn't give me 1 million likes, I'm gonna die on the line. And then you have other days where you're just like, you know what? Let me, you know, assure myself that I'm it and what's up. So, no one of them though.
But yours is kind of different from ours a little bit because you are a mum, so you guess you don't have the same responsibility. We are dog mums.
Okay.
Moe has this
I don't
dog.
have that responsibility.
Sweet, lovely Napoleon.
She's
I
really,
adore
really
her.
like.
You ever meet Napoleon?
I'm surprised you don't have 7.
7 little dogs, right?
I'm surprised.
But you know, talking about how you know you are able to shuffle your career and also being a mum and also still remain so beautiful. How do you do it, darling?
He said walk. With the shuffling between motherhood thing, I'll be honest, I'm still getting it right. I'm still perfecting it because with our industry, you know, things are very spontaneous, and obviously as a mom you have responsibility, so you have to find a way to balance that I forgot the name of it, spontaneous.
Spontaneity.
Background, I know what I mean.
Yeah, you get it.
You know, with providing a secure system that works. So I do not always get it right, in my own opinion, because I'm always trying to improve and be the best mom I can be. But I have a great support system, and the girls are very understanding. They know what I do. They're up to date. Oh, mommy, you were flying in this picture. How did you do it?
Aww.
You know, so they're very much involved in what I do. Sometimes I have to take them to set, and when I take them to set, he's a lot of stoves, you know. But I can't complain. I wouldn't pick for it to be different any other way. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the new beauty standards, and the word new kind of means that it's ever changing. So what we think is beautiful today wasn't necessarily beautiful 10 years ago. Oh, you're so nice today. Oh, thank you. She's not this nice to me. Like when the cameras are off, Moe is a bitch. But
Drag her.
Like an hour ago we go.
movies, my hair is
Not
nice.
I got not Gorilla Glue, but yeah.
You see this hair? It don't move.
It don't move.
It don't move.
It just stays right here.
Okay, we're very off topic. So the new beauty standards.
Yeah.
So when I was growing up, I grew up in London. I went to primary school there, secondary, boarding school, everything. I didn't necessarily think I was beautiful because I was surrounded by a lot of white girls. All my friends were white, and all the boys liked all the white girls. Like no one liked the one black girl. So
it was just you in your class?
I mean, in my class,
honey, you got it bad.
Oxfordshire, like the countryside, you know, we used to see cows, we used to go to the river and
Yeah, no, you're right.
So what was it like growing up? Like where did you grow up and like what was the beauty standards in your town back then?
Beauty standards, you know what, for me it was a whole bunch of confusion, and I'll tell you why. I did some of my childhood in Nigeria, and then I was launched into the European world at the age of 9. So I was like cool in my school in Warri, and shout out to our Lady of Apostles.
Oh, you went to school in
Yes,
Warri.
I went to primary school in Warri. So there I was like cool. Like, no, I was just a cool kid. You know, I was confident, I was bossy. I ran the girl pack. We had all these girls. We used to chase these boys. And, you know, like, they never made me feel like anything on my person was odd. And I was in primary school in Nigeria till I was about 9.5 years old. So then they took me to London. This is preteen. Preteen is a very delicate time. And then they let me know that my nose is big, I smell.
Wow.
What else did they say? I talk funny. I think I walked into the lunch room, refectory looking for Eva. So yes.
So you were actually that girl.
I was actually the freshie.
You were a freshie.
And I didn't know how to do my hair, like whereas in London you do everything yourself, because I'm used to being taken to the salon.
Yeah.
Girl, the first time I tried to pack my hair alone. Hey. And I walked to that school feeling with my full chest I was in boss. Anyway, so for me it varied. I wasn't really ever stuck in a situation where, okay, it was definitely this. If anything, I'd even say it's probably like the mixed race girls, like the curly whirly. The boys seem to kind of go for the girls with long and curly hair. That's probably the only thing then that I identified as, okay, fine, I've got to have long curly hair. I do not have, well, we all have curly hair now. Now I understand that, but then I didn't. My hair was relaxed. So they relaxed my hair from little. So I was like, okay, this is the way my hair is supposed to be. Now I'm just like, I wouldn't
touch it.
Yeah, no. So it depends, baby. It depends. Mine was a bunch of confusion.
Okay,
basically.
But do you personally feel that at some stage in your life, maybe when you were growing up, that maybe there was a sense of favoritism towards you because of the lightness of your skin?
No, I went to a private secondary school in the UK. So there was a lot of, white students, European students, Serbian, Ukraine, Turkish. London can be quite diverse. And if you're going to a private school, obviously your parents are, putting in a little bit extra muscle for you. Yeah.
Do you feel that maybe when you came back to Nigeria?
Absolutely. It was shocking.
Yes.
So the first trip I came back, I was sunbathing. I was around for 2 weeks. So in UK, a bit of sun now,
everyone's naked.
Oh, your pants out. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in this hot place. First I was excited because Nigeria was nothing like I imagined it to be when, through childhood eyes. And then I used to lay out in the sun. And I remember ordering drinks and people, madam, please, can you move to this side? And I'm like, why? And they're like, the sun. And I'm like, that's why we're on holiday to have this cute tan. And I would stay out in the sun 3 days and come back and just have this nice, all my friends like, oh my god, you look so, whereas here it's like, no, you need to buy cream to rub the sun off your body. So I was just like, I don't understand. It took me like a year plus before I understood, okay, people are really destroying their skin. Mentally they're very wounded and traumatized based on this skin thing, and it does enter you no matter the conditioning, no matter how secure you are.
Really,
it will start to enter you, because at one point I literally was like, okay, I need to turn this part.
So even you that's light skinned, you have also been pressured to be lighter.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say pressured. Nobody put me under any pressure. But I noticed the disparity in terms of when I'm on set. So obviously I did a lot of videos. Yeah.
Remember the video, guys?
So Moe was the queen of all the videos.
No, she was.
And then I decided I wanted to be a queen too.
You are going, baby.
I said I wanted to be a queen, so I want to join her. Because at the time there was no serious. It's true now that we were dragging ourselves. There was fun fact. So there was a hole. There was a hole, an empty space. There wasn't a recognizable face. So I knew it would be pretty straightforward for me to enter if I mark it and I'm strategic in what I'm doing. So when you're in the dressing room and all of this is going on, you do notice, oh, we don't have the shade. That kind of thing. So small things like that. And when I was doing this stuff, I had other people who were in the industry doing really well today, like Nancy, like other girls that are near my tone or a little bit, you know, darker or lighter. And we know, like, I don't even know how far to even break this down. We know how deep things went. I know I have lost a gig to a lighter bit model.
A lighter model.
A lighter model.
How can we get lighter than you?
No, there's lighter. Please, there's lighter than me. That peed me off because to me, she didn't perform better than me. She's not a better dancer. She's not more consciously aware of the camera. And I was just like, why? You know, but it's not something that's communicated obviously or directly to you. So the best thing you can do, my dear, carry your sanity, put it inside handbag and put it on your head. So after I was like, okay, I need to be conscious, you know, I need to wear sleeves, I don't want my arms to be too tight. After a while I was like, you know, this is stress. This is stress, this is expensive. I'm not very good at this because they're like, oh, you need to, why aren't you rubbing this? Why aren't you rubbing? I'm like, my knuckles are naturally this color. They've always been. If I bend them, you'll see they're the same charm. But I can't be, and I don't have to stay there, don't move, let it work.
Crazy.
Do it again. It's too much. So I was like, the most important thing I want. I love when, you know when you put like baby oil gel or a nice light oil on your skin. I said, I just want healthy skin. So that was where I now deviated off of that. And I'm so glad I did because one or two skin problems came up and I was like, imagine if I continued, you know. But I didn't do a very good job. I think I look the same generally throughout time.
And I'm happy you mentioned that because my mom is pretty close to your skin complexion. Okay. So when they see me and my mom like together, they never like believe that, oh my god, that's your daughter. And I've had instances where maybe like one of my mom's friends hasn't seen her in a long time, so she doesn't know what her child looks like. And then I would appear and they'll be like, oh, like her face would literally drop, like, oh, why aren't you as light as your mom?
You're lying.
No, she literally said that to me.
Oh wow,
and sometimes I stopped and I thought about it, like, what if I was someone who genuinely like was fixated on that comment? And I started like bleaching my skin and I started doing all these things. And when I said to her, I was like, oh, I actually enjoy being darker. She was like, oh, nice. I'm happy you said that. And I was like, bitch.
That's so weird. My mom is your color, so she gets like, oh, they're like, okay, they're your kids. I have a brother who is the same color as this teacup. Wow. Same mom, same dad. Wow. I have another brother who is probably around your color a little bit, a tiny bit like. So we're all very varied, different hair textures. The darker set had the curly hair, the lighter set had blonde afros. Like it's just weird. But my family, obviously, I have mixed cultures in my family background, so they never for 1 second made me feel like you are not light or dark enough. My grandmother is white. My paternal grandmother is white, and she has a lot of children, and they're all different. Mauritian children, Guyanese children, Ghanaian children, Nigerian children. So like, she was not. She didn't conform to what society felt she should be as a woman, and she didn't see skin tone. If anything, we tease it like you don't have a, you know, we don't have any white cousins. Like, where are they? Ran through all the colors and just left it. And she lives in Guyana now. Ooh. So I was raised with a group of people that did not really allow me to see that. I think if I grew up here consistently, I would really feel quite, oh, I'm superior, because you do see that.
Yes, I was just about to ask that question. Do you personally feel that there are or there have been circumstances, not necessarily your fault, and that's really why I really wanted you in particular on this show, because I feel like we always hear a perspective from a darker skinned person. It's always really nice to actually hear the other side.
I even still meet people who are fairer than me, full Nigerians, not known, and they have that whole, you know, attitude as well. So it's just like, bro, we need to make this conversation more balanced. I understand some things will have occurred based on the whole history of who the black people are, but we do it to ourselves. So the same woman who is complaining, I didn't get this opportunity because XYZ, when you are saying that, usually it's followed by, oh, she did only because this. you have immediately discredited your fellow woman based on her complexion, which is exactly what just happened to you. So how are you any different?
Mhm.
That's the tea.
That's the tea that we just spilled. So, you know, and I feel like we have really, really touched on colorism. Now, another beauty standard is, you know, getting your body done. Small waist, full of hips.
Oh yes, I would like.
I'm just like, thank God you guys have noticed
You don't
that
have
this
problems.
is beautiful. You
don't
know,
have-
like
she
all of a
does not
sudden
have
now,
problem.
now all of a sudden you people now want these. Okay, thank you.
It's not all of a sudden. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
It is all of a
It's not
sudden.
all of a
There was a
sudden.
time though. Let's be real. There was a time that it was
Yeah.
the big boobs and a really skinny frame, tall, long legs.
I think that's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mom's
happened.
era. Because
Okay.
even my mom is like, no, you people don't go and do anything. It's only if I have to do anything, it's only braids I will do. I like my bum flats like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's so weird. You gonna be a little pea?
When I was younger, my mom has always hated her bum. She's always had like what people are
Yeah,
loving
like your
now.
your mum is curvy.
But back then when I was younger, she used to do anything to hide
To
her
just
bum.
hide-
Like, oh, no,
It's the time.
yeah, it is the
Really?
time.
Next period, there'll be no breasts,
No,
no
nothing.
ass,
And
no-
that is also what I think is a bit scary.
Yes.
Because it is
Like that.
constantly
Changing.
revolving and changing. So now, okay, everybody likes a girl who's thick. So people are getting their bodies done. People are doing fat transfer. People are doing crazy ass things. Some
Yeah.
are
I'm down for
ending up
surgery.
botched.
I'm pro surgery.
So you are pro surgery.
Pro surgery and surgery certified.
Surgery
So, yes,
certified as well.
I have been cut. Yes, I have.
Okay.
I mean, technically.
And what about
I
you?
had one on my neck when I was younger. Does that count?
Who is this?
No transfer fat there. I
What?
don't
So
care.
you
I had to have 2 surgeries.
You
actually.
transfer
I had to
I'm
have they
pro
cut me
surgery.
twice. Look at the line.
Go ahead. I support surgery.
Yes.
I personally have had surgery.
Okay. And when was this? Before or after? More than once?
Yeah, more than once, but it's not public knowledge. Well, now it is. So yeah, I have had surgery before, and I'm okay for it. The reason I'm okay for it is because we live in a modern time. The same way you want to tweak your car, you want to tweak your house, if you want to tweak your body, you should absolutely feel free. But if you can avoid unnecessary tweaking, then you're good. So you always got to check here. If here is consistent with your decision to make have this procedure, regardless of anything, by all means, no problem. But if it's based on like an emotional whim or emotion, I think you need to take your time, try and remedy that first, and then afterwards consider if you want to do it or not. Because my last procedure, I had my twins done.
They were good, by the way. I
They were
noticed.
sucked dry. Bone dry, flapping, blowing in the wind.
From your daughters.
From both of them. You know, one was here and one was here. It was just a mess, Charles.
I think there's a point where after you start like feeling your lips, maybe feeling your face. Because I have a friend, she's actually younger than me. She's
Oh, I know her, the Chinese girl, right?
I'm so done with the exposure.
Friends.
Yeah, I do, but there's like one distinctive
One distinct one. Well, if she's watching, shout out to you, girl.
I'm done. I'm fully done.
She she's done everything. She started at 16 years old, and she
I bet what did she do for the face?
no, but that's because in China everyone wants like the Western look.
Yes,
like, the
it's
big
crazy.
round
Yeah, it's
eyes,
crazy.
They have
They
like
bleach
round
as well.
eyes. Yeah.
They bleach as well.
In the Philippines, it's worse. In India, it's rampant. I think we're actually better in terms of bleaching than
others.
Yeah, because we're starting to, it's a great thing right now. This period that we're alive in, it's a great thing to be a black woman. It's a great thing to be an African woman. Period.
Yep.
So we are starting to claim that back. Which is just amazing. I mean, there are other ways to even lighten apart from bleaching. You can like swallow pills,
Yes,
and
injections.
do injections and stuff. I do injections,
You still
but
do?
I have like a full pack. I have a well-being pack, so I
Okay.
have like vitamin B, vitamin C, like folic acid, all the so my skin is fresh, honey.
But it's not
bunny.
going to necessarily
My
bleach it.
yeah, no, definitely
Okay.
not that. But I know there are people that take
That are taking
injections that
injections
are
to bleach.
really, but I think there are just safer ways to do it. to be honest, if you must. If you must, but you don't want to have like paper thin skin in this hot country where you can see all the veins and where your blood literally left your heart 5 seconds
the worst. And even just speaking even just further about aging, there definitely
I don't want to age ever.
yes, and I feel like there is this thing about not aging. Do you think that is a good beauty standard? Because it is not realistic.
It's not realistic. Truthfully, as you age, your face and everything about you will change. But my thing is, why don't you let it change in the direction that you want it to go in? It doesn't. You don't have to let your skin completely sag and fall off. You can have vampire facials that plump your collagen.
But what about the women that
can do
can't
these
afford
things.
the vampire facials and want to still
Then
feel
what
comfortable
happens?
being 50 and looking
Exactly.
natural?
That's fine too. Just look after your skin. Look
Look
after your
after
skin and look
yourself.
after your inside, because it shows. If your diet is terrible, your hair will be brittle, your nails will, we already know it's you know steady you're chopping and changing. You know when you've had a good month, you've eaten well this month, the hair is reflecting that. So
Your skin as
well-being
well.
is very important. It doesn't just, it's not, for me it's not specific in terms of anti-aging. I do understand why people don't want to age. I am 34. I'm 34, right?
I was just about to say something that a lot of people say. Oh, you look so good for your age.
I'm 34.
And that is a statement that I sort of feel should stop. Because you're 34, you should look 34.
Right.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But when someone says, oh, you look better than 34, then I feel like it sort of now makes, okay, so what should a 34 actually really look like?
I don't know. I just be like, thank
you, sis! Oh my God, I look good! I look 18!
But yeah, the reason I appreciate this backhanded insult in the comment is because I particularly invest a lot of time and money in trying to look after my skin, look after my face, look after my
That's
hair.
where your money is.
There you go. So I have my natural hair care line. That's my business. And I've only been natural for coming up to 6 years now. So I'm not like a, been having long natural hairs. No. And that was a journey on its own. And then I like to look after my skin. I like to look after myself. I want you to see that I've done that. I mean, I can see, I understand that, I appreciate it, but if somebody spots it, it's like, okay, fine. It's like if you buy a dress, you wear it, someone says you look good, no problem, you bought it, but it's different if you make it. If you make it, you have a different kind of sense of pride.
Okay.
So for me, I'm like, thank you for telling me that I look 24 years old. I have paid a lot of money and invested a lot of time in looking 10 years younger than I am. Because, for me, I wanted to snatch my life back. I felt like I lost a bit of my life. I disappeared for a little while. And so for me, it's more about grabbing that time. I don't know if I'm reliving my time, but I'm grabbing every bit of opportunity that I have, and I'm wrestling it down to the ground.
If you don't use the product yourself, should you endorse it?
No, but I think most people do use the product.
Ideally, you should be only endorsing products that you use in a typical world. However, you should also be, scoring 100 on every test that you have and straight.
This is exactly what I said.
That would be nice.
Here's the fact of the matter. As an influencer, and this is my day job, I want to make moolah. Different brands are going to come and approach me, and they all have different price tags. They have different deliverables and for different terms. So an influencer, especially a younger one, who doesn't think that they socially, I still got this type of I'm trying to eat, who doesn't feel like they still have, like full consumer responsibility, will just market whatever they want to market for whatever time it is and keep it going. Whereas another influencer, somebody like me that people know, oh, I'm blunt, I'm honest, if I'm pushing something, it's because I use it or what. It depends on your influencer, but that social obligation or responsibility is not something that can be measured, and it's not something that applies to every single influencer, because everybody is influencing at a different capacity.
I agree.
And the people buying the products, they also have a responsibility to also research
That
what
was
you're
what I
buying
said.
before you spend your money.
How often have you seen somebody influence for something and you thought, right, I'm gonna go for that, that is it for me?
To be honest,
Quite A lot.
Not that much.
When I first
If I
started
want
wearing
something, honestly, if I want something, maybe they will encourage me because okay, Kim K is wearing this, but I already know Kim K's brand now. I know Kim K has done surgery, so I know that if she's selling waist trainer, I'm not going to look like that. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Think of young girls. Okay, when I was first learning how to wear makeup on YouTube, I had my specific makeup person that I used to watch a lot because I was like, oh, she has a particular skin tone to me. So any product she talked about, I would try and look for it and buy it because if it looks good on her, I would hope to God it would look
How
good
did that
on
work
me.
out for you?
Quite good. Thank you, Beauty by JJ, Jenny Jenkins.
I'm somebody that doesn't really like to compromise on my integrity. So I would like to understand more about these things. But yeah, I agree that both the influencer and consumer should take the time to do the research. Generally, if you are on point and you're on social media the way we are, check for the other influencers who are also influencing for the product brand and get a bigger sense of what the picture is. Yeah.
I've always loved the saying, like, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? But with the technology age and social media and everything, everyone has eyes on you. Everyone seems to have an opinion to what you look like, which has brought about the use of filters. Snapchat is my best friend. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might not post on Snapchat as much, but me and the filters are like 1 and 2.
Yo, we're besties.
I'll put my hands up. I can't remember the last time I posted a video or maybe a picture
Without a filter.
without a filter. Are you the same?
No, I'm not the same.
No,
Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie.
I can say
Honestly,
if you
I'm
go on
not.
my Instagram, I posted a picture, raw, no filter, nothing. Once in a while, I think you need to do it. You need to
So
force yourself to do it.
remember.
Yeah.
And even you too, you can remember yourself.
Yeah.
You need to do it.
This is really who I am.
Yeah. So once in a while, you need. I had like the acne issue that I was talking. So I wanted people.
Oh yes, I saw that.
So I was like, ooh,
I thought that
I'm
was
gonna
super
post
brave
this.
of you.
Let me just do it. It wasn't a sponsored post. This is just something that I wanted to help any other woman
Just going through that.
with.
And a lot of women. are
Period.
going through
That's all. So once in a while, you need to remind yourself, excuse me, I'm not the doll baby that's looking back at me. But I'm not going to lie, it does have an effect. I have found myself going to my dermatologist and saying, hey, in the thing, my face, my face. And she's like, oh, Venita, beg.
that.
Like,
It's Snapchat.
like, you don't even need it. And I'm just like, which part of, so if you're just chucking like this. But I'm not going to lie, I'm still shooketh. Because for me, this is one of my USPs. So you just need to get something small wrong in the face and that's it. But yes, I've had PRP on my eyes.
Okay, that's for the bags.
So, yeah, for
Okay.
the bags. Some people may have felt like I didn't have any bags. I felt like I had a bag or two.
Two bags.
You
Celine
know,
and maybe
I do
Gucci
have,
on the
yeah.
side.
It happens. I'm not gonna lie. I have, fallen victim to it, but it's in consideration, moderation. Everything I
Everything is just in moderation. I agree.
everything.
So how would you deal with your child coming up to meet you, let's say in the next, a few years, like, Mommy, I want to do my nose, I want to do my boobs, I want to do my ass. I
Oh
wanna do something."
no, I'm definitely gonna be like no.
So you're gonna say no to them.
You said my child, so I'm assuming she's still gonna be young when she's coming to me with this. If you're young and you approach me with that mess, no, don't do it. Don't go behind my back to do it. We're gonna have a fight. I will drag you as my daughter in the house. Like, no, don't do it.
Well, seeing as we've had all this serious talk, let's play a game.
What are we playing? You know, I'm competitive. What are we playing? So, today we're going to be playing Guess the Trends. Okay.
It's the trends.
Guess.
What's the answer?
Everybody with the bottom. Yeah. Contouring 2014.
Hey,
Kardashian
how
brought
the
it back.
fuck did you get that right?
She got it right.
She actually got it 2000. I said 2010.
Tribal maths. From
Like the 70s
inception to the 90s.
Yes. Anyway, okay.
Well, she put
Right.
1980 to
You put 1967 to 1990, so that's correct.
Yeah, so
I was.
eyebrow tattoos 2010.
Thank God.
Oh.
What did I write? 2009. You wrote 2009. Abi?
No, you put 1990s, man.
No, that's not me. I don't care. I'm talking about her. I'm not marking my own test.
Yeah, I'm marking yours, Nicole. You want to behave?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. You put
Yeah, but-
1960s to 1990.
Oh, yo, we
Should I tell
can
you what I
admit.
Before Nicole was born. That's what happened. Before Nicole was born.
Overclock brows were with you.
Where
heavily famous in the 90s. Yeah.
This one was- they said
1990s.
I'll say
Yes
90s
or
too. I
no?
think I put
You
90s
put
like J-Lo.
1970.
And J-Lo.
That's the year I was born.
Oh no, that is wrong.
Before
I got
Nicole was
everything right.
born.
You got this one wrong.
Nicole. BBL is from 2010 still dates.
She said 2004.
You said 2000. You said 2003.
To
What did I say?
2025.
We'll give her half. We'll give her half. Half mark. Half mark.
What the fuck, Nicole? You get a fucking X.
I got like 3 points. Why
I
did you
made
say
a
that?
half mark. Will you give it a half mark?
Wow. I don't understand why we get such
But wait,
competitive
why is
guests.
mine?
I don't know either.
She's giving you the half mark. I'm taking out of mine.
But give her an X. 1, 2, and a half.
1, 2, 3, 4 and a half.
How is that
Try now.
possible?
I feel like you passed now.
Wait,
Don't
I
worry.
feel like-
Four and a half.
You're the
I was
beautiful.
too generous with my way scoring.
Don't do
have
that.
half marks. I give you 3. Now you have 20 half.
You had
Everyone's
3.
giving.
You had 3.
Okay.
So what? There's no
So
better
basically,
So
Venita
our
is the
guest
winner.
is Venita.
Hi. How you doing? This is the President Milk. My name is Venita.
President
The winner,
Milk.
always winning. Stay blazed. Okay.
Thank you so much, Venita, for coming on the show. It's been absolutely fantastic here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
I loved
on
it.
Spill the Tea with your babies. I mean, like, who else could we have actually asked for to actually discuss such a real and awesome topic like this?
No
This
one.
discussion just needs to be had more often, and you were just so real. So because of that, I gotta
That's
give you a little
something very
gift.
special.
Yes, I love
Yes. Shout out to Beauty by Ladino.
Oh.
They are absolutely amazing. They've got like some great hair products for you.
Oh, fantastic.
We know how much you love your natural hair.
Yes, you know, girl.
So thank you so much for coming on the show. You love it, you love it, you love it.
I do. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate this. This is awesome.
Hey, and just like we always say, it's always tea time. Cheers, darling.
Cheers.
Cheers.